What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorldPodcast. Today we're going to be taking a look at every Sunday NFL game from Week 9. We're going to start off with the Broncos and the Falcons. Now, this was very interesting to me because obviously with the Falcons, you expect them to lose late. They were able to hold on. I was very, impressed with them, bro. Like, seriously, I know they're 3-6, but we have to be honest. Their biggest shot of doing anything was when they went to the Super Bowl, and obviously we all know what happened during that Super Bowl. So looking at this, these are both teams that people have a lot of issues with. Many of us believe that they're struggling in different aspects. It's something to where we have to kind of just watch it just because we like football. There's nothing really going on to where it's like, all right, one of these guys are going to make a run. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely nothing like that. But again, to see the Falcons actually pull something off and get it done, it's kind of huge. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them credit for that. Matt Ryan, 10-3 in career records versus the AFC West. I don't know if that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because the dude sucks, but whatever. And, pretty much with the Broncos, they got a lot of things that they have to work out. I see somebody getting fired as far as the coaching staff, but I'm not sure if you can just blame the coaching staff for all the stuff that's going on because the players get paid too. But there are a lot of injuries involved. Just watching this, the team go through all of this, we'll be able to see later on and assess what's really going on. But ultimately, watching the game, I thought the Falcons were going to lose this several times throughout, and they pulled it out, which was very impressive. The Seahawks and the Bills, this game really, really surprised me because defensively, the Bills locked up, bro. And I know you see 34 points, a lot of which came in the second half, but for the Seahawks, but the Bills played unbelievable. And we get an assessment of Josh Allen week to week where we're like, is that the same guy? Because I've always liked the guy. I think he's one of the more talented players in the league. It's just like I said, he's probably a gamer, and he thinks that he's playing Madden football when he's doing a lot of the things that he's doing. But he's really, really good. You know what I'm saying? We were able to see some of the things that he can do yesterday, obviously, because the Seahawks defense is that's not like a slouchy defense. And the Bills were able to do whatever they want. But I think it was more or less the Bills defense locking up a potential MVP candidate in Russell Wilson. Like, that's what I got from it because, he throws that pick late. Not late, but I think that was the first half when they go for it on fourth down because, Pete Carroll's going to try to do something. He's going to, playing the numbers, it makes sense for you to go for it instead of, trying to take a field goal. He obviously didn't get that. But I just think the Bills just outplayed them from the beginning to the end. Congratulations to the Ravens. They were able to dominate a very, very I don't know. They're a suspect team. I don't know what to do. All I know is that Phillip Rivers is probably a very good dad because when he sat in the middle of the field and did that snow angel after that, what was it, a fumble? He just laid on the ground and started flapping his arms, dude. I haven't done that since it snowed. But yeah, he needs to go back home and go play with his 9 kids, dude. That guy is out of control. But the Ravens did what they're supposed to do. They beat the Colts. Like I said, when I call them suspect, it's because week to week, I'm pretty sure you guys agree, we don't know what we're going to get from them. I don't know if they're really good. I don't know if they're really bad. I don't know what they are. So the Ravens did what they were supposed to do, held them to 10 points. Baltimore 20-plus points in 31 straight games. It's an NFL record, so they're not having any problems putting points on the board. Let's see if that continues going into the second half of the season. The Texans and the Jaguars, 2 trash teams. Texans pulled something out. Shout out to Deshaun Watson. Made a lot of very, very key throws on the run yesterday that helped this team, propel them to win. Obviously, again, this is a team where, DeAndre Hopkins being traded negatively affected him because now you have to work with guys that are not as good. All the pressure's on you. You have an ailing defense that's not as good as well. So we're just going to have to go through the motions. A lot of weird stuff is happening with the Texans right now. We'll see how that all transpires. The Panthers and the Chiefs. This was a really, really good game, guys. I was really focused on this game throughout. It was good to see McCaffrey back. When CMC is there, the Panthers just play different, dude. Like, I know Teddy Bridgewater, all that stuff, I think he's an average, QB at best. But CMC, bro, that dude, he puts in work, bro. Coming right off an injury, they just throw him in. He's doing whatever he wants. The Chiefs had to battle back for this. Obviously, you still got the best quarterback in football in Patrick Mahomes. So you know that something's going to happen. You got Tyreek Hill. You got a lot of these dudes out there that are balling. But the Panthers deserve a lot of credit, man. They played this team so hard. But, somebody has to lose. And that's pretty much what this came down to. But, Patrick Mahomes' first half, he wasn't really doing much. Came back second half, started going buck wild, dude. Like, it got crazy. And that's what happens with a Super Bowl caliber team. These things are going to happen where they have, like, little lulls where they're not able to do anything. And then if you give them that little opening, that's your fault. Like, the Panthers were playing very, very well. They made some mistakes late, and they're going to capitalize. That's what makes a good team a good team. And it's as simple as that. The Vikings, this dude, like, bruh, Cook is going wild, bruh. Like, if you got this dude in your fantasy, you were just sitting pretty, just chilling. I don't know what's wrong with him, but where was this earlier? They're 3-5, dude. Well, he was hurt, though. But listen, it is what it is. The Lions, obviously, we're not really expecting much from the Lions. Let's just, be honest about it. But this is an NFC North matchup, and I always tell people, just like history shows, when you're playing within your division, you never know what's going to happen. Wait till we get to the Drew Brees and Tom Brady stuff. Like, when you're within a division, you never know what's going to happen. But I got to tell you something. Dalvin Cook is playing out of his mind. 200-plus scrimmage yards, 2 TDs in 2 straight games. That's unheard of, bro. Like, I don't even... Listen, historically, I don't even know where we could put that. That's ridiculous. I don't know what he's on, but he needs to stay on it. And hopefully you guys have him in your fantasy leagues. You're going to tell me all about those stories in a little bit. The Bears and the Titans. This was a hard-fought game. Obviously, when you're playing a defense like the Bears, you don't really know what defense is going to show up. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. Like, I want to say the Bears are a really, really stout defense, and then I'll watch them, and I'll be like, what are they doing? Like, what's happening right here? But they're built to be, a very, very good defense. It's just that sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. The Titans had to battle through for this game, and let's not try to, like, put the Bears out of it. They're still 5-4. They're right there. They're right there in that division. So we got to see how it works out with the Vikings taking off. But with the Titans now, they got to win. Like, they got to stay, with their head above water here. They got to keep winning these type of games in order to be competitive, in their respective division. So it's a very, very, very interesting thing with the Bears because I don't know. I don't know if they could turn it on late and, probably make a run. The NFC is going to be hell in the playoffs. Trust me when I tell you, all these teams, bro, it's going to be one of the more exciting years of playoff football in the NFC with the Bears. You got, Tampa, you got all these guys, you got the Saints. It's going to be some serious football going on, and dudes going to be getting their block knocked off. I can promise you that. So, looking at it from that aspect, when we take a look at what's going on, I would tell you this much, right? The Titans, they're built to go into the playoffs like we saw last year and handle business. So I'm very excited to see how that finishes off of their season. The Giants and the football team. Look, both these teams suck, man. The NFC East is an absolute joke. There's nothing really to write home about with this. 4-0 record versus Washington. Daniel Jones, who cares, dude? Like, Giants suck, man. Like, I don't... You see, this is the thing about it, bro. I understand that, they're diehard fans, but you got to accept the fact that these two teams are terrible. And the NFC East, they can just throw it away. You know what I'm saying, bro? Just don't even let any of the... Bro, somebody going to make the playoffs that's so far under 500 is going to be ridiculous. Like, they should just change that rule right now because they're taking advantage of it. Raiders and the Chargers. The Raiders are secretly, over there handling their business, man. Another division rivalry situation going on over here. Raiders are out there just doing their thing, like quietly, just handling their stuff at 5-3. Chargers doing their thing very loudly, just being terrible at football. But I'm going to tell you this right now. With the way that this is working out, the AFC, it's going to be kind of difficult to kind of project the winner coming out. Well, let's stop joking around. It's going to be the Ravens or the Chiefs that's going to come out. Let me just stop that. I got a little excited for the Raiders. But the Raiders do beat the brakes off people randomly. So I think the Raiders can beat either the Ravens, the Raiders can beat either the Ravens or the Chiefs on any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, or whatever day they have football going on now with the new rules. So I'm going to be very, very excited to see what happens there. The Chargers, just pack it up, dude. Dolphins and the Cardinals. Yo, Tua, yo, bro, listen, let me dude, this was probably what I enjoyed this game the most. Okay, let me tell you why. You got two young QBs that look pretty much the same. I think Kyler got a little bit more size on him, and Tua just like a little light. I don't know what's wrong with Kyler Murray's. Why was he talking like that? Is something wrong with his mouth? Or did he get injured, or does he always talk like that? Maybe I never seen him talk, but maybe he was angry. But it looks like his mouth was going to one side when he was talking. It looked weird. Somebody let me know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that young man. But other than that post-game interview where he was very upset about the loss because his field goal kicker sucks, yo, Tua's going to be pretty good, bro. Like, I seen this man juke some dudes up. He got down. He didn't take any big hits. Like I said, I thought I was watching the same quarterback on both sides of the field, but it was very electric, extremely exciting for me, coming off of certain games that I was flipping through the channels and watching, and I really enjoyed it. These two QBs, and now the Dolphins are for real. They play good defense. I know they gave up 31 points, but this is a league where everything is geared towards offensive scoring. The Dolphins, I would watch out for them, bro. I would definitely watch out. Cardinals, tough loss, but I like what I saw there, man. Steelers and the Cowboys. The Steelers did everything to give the Cowboys the win, but in usual Cowboy fashion, they didn't want the win, and then they left with the L. But I'm going to tell you this right now. The Cowboys suck, but that's not what this is about. What this is about is the Steelers bringing in that big 8-0. Now, the Steelers are riding high. Everybody understands what happens. Most people like to lose at least one game in the regular season, so all the pressure is not on going into the playoffs. I don't know how this is going to transpire for the Steelers, but I like the way that they're playing, and I like the way they came back in this game. It was a very, very intense game throughout the stretch, because I don't know how the Cowboys were winning to begin with. Watching it, I'm like, what are they doing? It's like a trap game, but ultimately the better team won, and that's pretty much what it was all about. The Cowboys still remain a terrible team, and we move on. The Saints and the Buccaneers. Don't adjust your screens or don't adjust your headphones. The Saints beat the brakes off of them 38-3. I could not believe what was going on in this game. Let me tell you something right now. Bro, this was one of the... Tom Brady was... Listen, even Bruce Arians, if you listen to what the commentator said, the news reporter on the sideline, she was like, he outright said Tom Brady made some bad decisions. This dude be clowning Tom Brady. I don't know. Tom Brady just gets no respect, and he's not Rodney Dangerfield, dude. Like, it's wild. But the Saints did whatever they wanted. They brought in their backup quarterbacks. They were scoring. They got a guy that's a wide receiver and a tight end at quarterback scoring. Everybody's doing whatever they want. The Buccaneers, dude, Tom Brady, 3 interceptions for the first time since week 3, 2011. They got a lucky 3 points at the end of the game because you got to put something on the board. This was absolutely hilarious. Drew Brees is officially Tom Brady's daddy until the next time they meet. That's the way that it works. You know what I'm saying, bro? So the Saints sweep the division from Tom Brady. I think he held a record with like Joe Montana or something for the longest time for not getting swept in their division. But wow, that was crazy. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.